Look at your hands. Take a long moment. Turn them over. Look at your palms. Are they rough? Are there cups on your skin? Are there hard calluses? Maybe there is dark dirt under your fingernails. Dirt that warm water and strong soap cannot wash away. These are not just normal hands. These are the hands of a survivor. These hands feed your children. These hands pay the rent. But when strangers look at your hands, what do they see? Let me tell a story about a man named Mateo. Mateo is standing in a big, beautiful office building. The floors are made of shiny marble. The lights are bright and white. People walk around him. They wear expensive suits. They wear nice shoes. They smell like expensive perfume and fresh coffee. Mateo wears a cheap grey uniform. He holds a wet mop. He smells like cheap bleach and hard sweat. Suddenly, crash! A young man in a nice blue suit drops his coffee on the clean floor. Brown liquid goes everywhere. It splashes on the white floor. It splashes on Mateo's old, tired shoes. The young man does not say, "I am sorry." He does not help. He just looks at Mateo. He looks at Mateo's dirty shoes. He looks at Mateo's rough hands. The young man's eyes are cold. His eyes say, "Clean it up. That is your job. You are just a cleaner." Have you ever felt that cold look? That look of pity. That look of deep disrespect. They look at you and they think you are slow. They think because your English is broken, your mind is also broken. They think you have no past, no education, no dreams. Inside your head, your heart is beating so fast. Your face feels hot. You want to scream. You want to look into his eyes and say, "I was a chief accountant in my country. I have a university degree. I am a smart man." You want to say, "My hands are dirty, but my mind is powerful." But the words do not come out. The English words get stuck deep in your throat. You feel afraid of making a mistake. You feel small in this big country. So you look down at the floor. You clean the brown coffee. You stay silent. You become invisible. Again. Listen to me very carefully. Every time you stay silent, a small piece of your confidence dies. If you keep looking down, you will carry this heavy shame forever. You will start to believe their lies. You will start to believe that you are only worth the wet mop in your hand. You will let them win. You will lose yourself. But not today. In our lesson today, we will stop the silence. Today, I will give you the words. Simple English words. Powerful words. You will learn how to look them in the eye. You will learn how to protect your pride and your dignity. Because your hands might be dirty, but your story is brave. But before you can stand tall and speak, your mind needs the right weapons. You cannot fight a battle with an empty mind. Let's load your mind with the vocabulary of pride. Let us move to the next part and learn 5 powerful words that will change how you see yourself. Welcome back. Before we step into Mateo's world, we must build a wall around your mind. We must build it with strong words. When you learn a new language, do not just learn how to buy coffee or ask for directions. Learn how to protect your soul. Today, I will teach you 5 words. These are not just English words. They are weapons for the brave. Listen carefully. Repeat after me in your mind or speak them out loud. Word number 1, dignity. Dignity. What does dignity mean? Dignity means your value as a human being. It means you deserve respect. Sometimes, in a new country, you feel you lose your dignity. Why? Because you clean toilets. Because you wash dishes. Because people speak to you like you are a stupid child. But listen to me. Your dignity does not come from your uniform. Your dignity comes from your hard work. It comes from your sacrifice for your family. No one can take your dignity. No manager, no customer, only you can give it away. So keep it safe. Say it with me, slowly. I have dignity. My work is honest. Word number 2, survival job. Survival job. A survival job is a job you do just to survive. To pay the rent, to buy rice, to keep the lights on. Many immigrants like you and me must take a survival job. Maybe you were a doctor. Maybe you were a teacher. Now, you drive a taxi. Now, you work in a nail salon. You feel ashamed. You hide when you see old friends. Stop hiding. A survival job is not a life sentence. It is not who you are. It is just a bridge. Be proud of your survival job. Say it with me. This is a survival job. It does not define me. Word number 3, Invisible. Invisible means people cannot see you. You are there, but they look right through you, like a ghost. When you wear a cleaner's uniform, society makes you invisible. They see the uniform, they do not see the man. They do not see the mother who works night shifts. This is a very deep pain. The pain of being invisible. But remember this. You are only invisible to people who are blind to true value. You are visible to your children. You are visible to us. Say it with me. I am not invisible. I am right here. Word number 4. Resilience. Resilience. This is a big word. It means the power to stand up after life pushes you down. Imagine a rubber band. You pull it hard, it stretches, but it does not break. It bounces back. That is resilience. Leaving your home country is hard. Learning English at 40 or 50 years old is very hard. Crying in the bathroom because someone shouted at you and then going back to work, that is resilience. You are not weak. You are the strongest person in the room. Say it with me. Life is hard, but I have resilience. Word number 5. Potential. Potential means the power inside you that is waiting to come out. Like a seed under the dirt. It is dark, it is dirty. But inside the seed, there is a big tree waiting to grow. Right now, because your English is slow, people think you have no potential. Your brain is full of experience, full of knowledge. Your potential is just waiting for the right words to come out. Say it with me. My English is slow, but my potential is huge. Now you have the 5 words. Dignity, survival job, invisible, resilience, potential. You have the weapons in your mind. You are ready. Are you ready to see how a man with a wet mop uses these weapons to fight back? Close your eyes for a second, take a deep breath, and let us walk into the long, dark hallway with Mateo. Let the story begin. It is 2 a.m. The large office building is empty. It is very quiet. Mateo pushes his heavy cleaning cart down the long dark hallway. The wheels of the cart go squeak, squeak, squeak. He stops in front of the men's bathroom. He takes out his hard brush. He takes out his strong smelling soap. He begins to clean. While he cleans, his mind travels far away. His mind travels back across the ocean to his own country. 5 years ago, Mateo was not a cleaner. 5 years ago, he was a chief accountant. He had a big wooden desk. He had a fast computer. Every morning, he wore a clean white shirt. He wore a dark red tie. When he walked into his office, people stood up. They smiled. They said, "Good morning, Mr. Mateo. How are you today, Mr. Mateo?" He had a voice. He had respect. He had his dignity. Now, he looks down at his reflection in the dirty water. He is 45 years old. He is living in a new, cold country. He does not wear a white shirt anymore. He wears a cheap, baggy grey uniform. Nobody stands up when he walks in. Nobody says, "Good morning, Mr. Mateo." Here, he does not have a name. Here, he is just the cleaner. He is doing a survival job. He knows this. It pays for the food. Mateo finishes washing the bathroom floor. He goes to the sink to wash his hands. He turns on the cold water. He uses the cheap pink soap. He scrubs his hands. He scrubs them very, very hard. But the dirt is deep inside his skin. The calluses are hard, like rocks. He looks up at the big mirror. He looks straight into his own tired eyes. Mateo has a deep, burning desire in his heart. A desire is a strong wish. It is a fire inside your soul. He is not dreaming of a big, expensive house. He is not dreaming of a fast, luxury car. His dream is very simple, but it is very heavy. He thinks of his son Leo. Leo is 10 years old. Mateo works these long, dark nights for Leo. He wants Leo to go to a good school. He wants Leo to have a safe life. But Mateo has a secret fear hiding in his chest. He is afraid that one day his son will be ashamed of him. He is afraid Leo will see him sweeping the floor in dirty clothes and feel embarrassed. Mateo wants to change this. He wants to break this invisible wall. He has a simple desire. He wants to walk down the busy street, hold his son's hand, and feel proud. He wants to walk into a bright American coffee shop. He wants to look the young barista right in the eye. He wants to say, "One large black coffee, please," without shaking. He wants to speak English without looking at his shoes. He wants to speak without saying, "I am sorry, my English is so bad." He wants to stop apologizing for who he is. He wants to be Mr. Mateo again. Not with a white shirt, but with his clear voice. He looks in the mirror one last time. He says softly to himself in the quiet bathroom, "I want my voice back." But wanting is not enough. A dream without action is just a wish. To get his voice back, Mateo must climb a very tall mountain. And on this mountain, there are heavy stones and cold winds that push him down. Let us slowly turn the page. Let us move to the next part and see the dark shadows and difficult barriers that stand in Mateo's way. It is 6 a.m. The sun is slowly coming up. The sky is a cold, pale grey. Mateo opens the front door of his small apartment. His bones ache. His back is stiff. His feet feel heavy, like stone. He has worked for 12 hours. 12 long hours of standing, walking and scrubbing hard floors. He does not go to his warm bed. He goes to the small kitchen table. He makes a cheap cup of instant coffee. He sits down on a hard wooden chair. He rubs his tired eyes. From his old bag, he takes out a book. It is an English learning book for beginners. The cover is torn. Mateo opens the book. He looks at the words. Present tense, past tense, future tense. I speak, I spoke, I will speak. He reads the words out loud. His voice is a quiet whisper in the kitchen. But the words do not make sense. The English letters look like little black bugs crawling on the white paper. He reads the same page 5 times. But the words do not stay in his head. They slip away, like water falling through his dirty fingers. This is the cruel reality of learning a new language when you are older. When you are a child, your brain is like a soft sponge. It drinks the water easily. But when you are 45 years old, your brain feels like a hard rock. And when your body is completely exhausted, the rock becomes even harder. Mateo feels a dark cloud of frustration over his head. Frustration is the angry, sad feeling when you try very hard, but you fail. He hits the table with his fist. Not too loud. He does not want to wake up his little son sleeping in the next room. Tears of anger build up in his eyes. He thinks to himself, "In my home country, I read complex financial reports. I managed big numbers. My mind is sharp and smart. Why can I not remember how to say yesterday?" He feels like his powerful mind is trapped inside a broken cage. The cage is made of this unknown English language. This is the biggest barrier for Mateo. It is not just about memorizing a list of vocabulary. It is the painful distance between his intelligent mind and his broken mouth. When he talks to an American, his brain works very fast in his mother tongue. He has a smart answer. He has a funny joke. He has a strong opinion. But when he tries to translate it into English, he freezes. The words get stuck in his throat. He stammers. He says, And what happens? The other person stops listening. The other person looks away. They lose patience. Mateo closes the book. He puts his heavy head on his crossed arms. He is fighting 2 wars at the same time. He is fighting a physical war against the dirt on the floor just to survive, and he is fighting a mental war against the English language just to live. He is so tired. The mountain looks too high to climb. He wants to give up. He just wants to sleep. But a heavy book and a tired mind are not his only enemies. The real test is not in this quiet kitchen. The real test is out there, in the cruel world. There are people who make this mountain even harder to climb. People who use his broken English to break his spirit. Let us turn the page again. Let us step back into the bright office building and meet the man who stands in Mateo's way, the villain of our story. It is 10 p.m. Mateo is back at the big office building. His body is still tired, but he must work. He is pushing his heavy cart down the long hallway. Suddenly, he hears loud footsteps behind him. Click, clack, click, clack. The sound of expensive leather shoes. Mateo's stomach feels tight. He knows that sound. It is Richard. Richard is the night manager of the building. Richard is a tall man. He wears a sharp black suit. He wears a shiny silver watch. He walks very fast. He talks very fast. Richard does not say hello. Richard does not say good evening. To Richard, Mateo is not a man. Mateo is just a machine that cleans. Richard stops in front of Mateo. He points his finger at the floor. Richard speaks very fast. He uses big words and street slang. "Hey man, what is taking so long? You're slacking off. I need this floor spotless. Chop chop, do you get it?" Mateo's brain tries to catch the words. Slacking off? Chop chop? Spotless? These words are not in his beginner English book. Mateo freezes. He looks at Richard's moving mouth. He feels confused. Mateo says slowly, I am sorry. Please, speak slow. Richard rolls his eyes. He lets out a loud, angry sigh. He looks at Mateo like Mateo is a stupid child. Richard raises his voice. He speaks very loudly, like Mateo is deaf. Can you even understand English, Mateo? Richard shakes his head. Unbelievable. Just clean the floor. Richard walks away. Click, clack, click, clack. Mateo stands there. His hands are shaking, holding the wet mop. The words hurt. They hurt more than a physical punch. But Richard is not finished. Later that night, the cruelty happens again. It is 11:30 p.m. There are still some office workers in the big glass room. They are working late. They are drinking coffee and talking. Mateo is quietly emptying the trash cans in the corner. He tries to be quiet. He tries to be invisible. Suddenly, Richard walks into the room. Richard sees a small piece of paper on the floor near Mateo. Richard does not walk over to Mateo. Richard yells across the big room, in front of everyone. Hey, you, the cleaner! Are you blind? Pick up the trash! Wake up! The room becomes very quiet. All the office workers stop talking. They turn their heads. They look at Richard. Then, they look at Mateo. Mateo feels 50 pairs of eyes looking at his dirty uniform. His face burns. It is hot with deep shame. The workers do not say anything. They just look at him with pity. They feel sorry for the poor, silent cleaner. Mateo quickly picks up the paper. He keeps his head down. He wants the floor to open and swallow him. In his mind, he is screaming in his native language. Do not talk to me like a dog. I am a father. I am a man with dignity. But his mouth is closed. The English words do not come. Richard smiles a cold smile. Richard uses the English language like a sharp sword. He uses it to cut Mateo's pride into small pieces. Richard is not just one bad manager. Richard is the face of every person who has ever looked down on you. He represents a society that thinks your poor English means a poor mind. Mateo is bleeding inside. If he stays silent, Richard will cut him again tomorrow. And the next day. Mateo cannot fight a sword with his bare, dirty hands. He needs a shield. He needs his own weapon. And sometimes the universe gives you exactly what you need in the darkest hour. Tomorrow night, in a lonely room, Mateo will find a hidden treasure. A simple secret that will change his life forever. Let us move to the next chapter and discover Mateo's secret weapon. It is the next night. Mateo is cleaning a small room. It is the building's library. There are many heavy old books on the shelves. It is quiet. The door is closed. Richard is not here. Mateo takes out his cheap smartphone. He puts on his old broken headphones. He is tired of the grammar book. He is tired of feeling stupid. He wants to hear a friendly voice. He opens YouTube. He types slowly. English for tired workers. He finds a video. The channel is called Everyday Confidence English. The screen is dark. The music is soft. The voice is warm and deep. It is the voice of a teacher, but not a normal teacher. The teacher speaks very, very slowly, like a friend talking in the night. The teacher in the video says, "Look at your hands. Are they rough?" Mateo stops sweeping the floor. He looks down at his rough hands. The teacher says, "You are not invisible. You have dignity." Mateo's heart beats faster. He feels a warm feeling in his chest. A small, quiet tear falls from his tired eyes. For the first time in this country, someone understands his pain. The teacher in the video is not teaching present tense or past tense. The teacher is teaching courage. The teacher is giving him a weapon. The voice says, "Listen to me. When someone speaks very fast to you, when someone looks down on you, do not look at your shoes. Do not say you're sorry. Look directly into their eyes." The voice gives Mateo a secret weapon. It is not a long, difficult sentence. It is a simple, strong shield. The voice says, "Memorize these words. Say them with power. My English is slow, but my mind is quick. Speak to me with respect." Mateo pauses the video. He stands still in the quiet library. He closes his eyes. He takes a deep, slow breath. He whispers into the empty room. "My English is slow, but my mind is quick. Speak to me with respect." The words feel strange in his mouth. He is not used to standing tall, but they feel so right in his heart. They feel like freedom. He says it again, a little louder this time. "My English is slow, but my mind is quick. Speak to me with respect. He imagines Richard's cold eyes. He imagines Richard's angry face. Mateo holds his wet mop, but he does not hold it like a cleaner. He holds it like a brave warrior holds a sword. He looks in the glass window. He looks at himself. He says it one more time, very loud, very clear. My English is slow, but my mind is quick. Speak to me with respect. He smiles. For the first time in 5 years, Mateo smiles at work. The heavy mountain on his shoulders feels a little lighter. He is not just a silent cleaner anymore. He has his shield. He has his words. But practicing in an empty, quiet room is easy. The real world is loud and cruel. Will Mateo have the courage to use his shield in real life? Let us turn the page. Let us go to the next day and see what happens when the warrior meets the villain again. It is Friday night, the end of a long, hard week. Mateo is working on the 5th floor. He is pushing his cart. He is emptying the trash cans. While he works, his lips are moving. He is whispering his secret words again and again. My English is slow, but my mind is quick. Speak to me with respect. He says it to the empty hallway. He says it to the closed doors. Suddenly, a door opens violently. Bang! It is Richard's office. Richard runs out. His face is very red. He looks very angry. He is holding an empty black trash can in his hand. Richard looks left. He looks right. Then he sees Mateo. Richard walks very fast towards Mateo. Click, clack, click, clack. The heavy steps of the villain. There are other workers in the hallway. They stop walking. They look at Richard. They look at Mateo. The air in the hallway becomes very cold and heavy. Richard stops right in front of Mateo. He is standing too close. He points his long finger at Mateo's chest. Richard shouts, You! Did you empty my bin? Where is my blue folder? Mateo is shocked. He steps back. Richard does not stop. He speaks faster and louder. There were important papers in that folder. Did you throw them away? Are you completely stupid? Can you do anything right? The old habit comes back. The habit of the invisible man. Mateo's heart beats like a loud drum. Boom, boom, boom. His hands start to sweat. His stomach feels sick. He looks down at his dirty work shoes. He opens his mouth to say the old words. I am sorry. I do not know. He wants to apologize. He wants to hide. He wants the nightmare to end. But then, Mateo feels the hard wood of the mop in his hands. He remembers the warm voice from the video. He remembers his long nights studying at the small kitchen table. He remembers his son Leo. If I look down today, Mateo thinks, I will look down forever. If I do not protect my dignity now, what will I teach my song? Mateo stops looking at his shoes. He closes his mouth. He takes a very deep, slow breath. The fear is still there. But the fear is not controlling him anymore. He remembers his shield. He is ready to use his weapon. He slowly lifts his head. The silence in the hallway is deep. Everyone is watching the poor cleaner. They expect him to cry. They expect him to run away. But Mateo does not run. Let us turn the page to the most important moment of Mateo's life. Let us move to the next part and hear the sound of a brave man taking back his voice. Mateo does not look at the floor. He slowly lifts his head. He looks directly into Richard's angry blue eyes. The hallway is so quiet, you can hear a pin drop. Everyone is watching. Everyone is waiting. Mateo opens his mouth. The English words do not get stuck in his throat this time. They do not stay hidden in the dark. They come out clear. They come out strong. Mateo says in a deep and calm voice, Mr. Richard. Richard stops talking. He is shocked. The quiet cleaner never speaks back. Mateo takes one step forward. He is not hiding anymore. He looks right into the manager's face. Mateo says, My English is slow. He pauses. He takes a breath. He points to his head and says, But my mind is quick. Then he stands very tall. He squares his shoulders. He says the final words. Speak to me with respect. The words echo in the long, quiet hallway. Speak to me with respect. It is not a request. It is a command from a brave man. Richard's mouth is open, but no words come out. His face changes from angry red to pale white. The big, loud manager suddenly looks very small. He cannot believe the power in the cleaner's voice. Mateo points to his cleaning cart. He uses simple, perfect sentences. I am a cleaner. I clean the trash. I do not touch your desk. I do not touch your papers. Check your office again. The silence is heavy. Richard does not know what to do. Just then, a young woman comes out of Richard's office. She is holding a blue folder in her hands. She says, "Richard, your blue folder is right here. It was under your black coat on the chair." The hallway is perfectly still. Richard looks at the woman. He looks at the blue folder. Then he looks at Mateo. Richard cannot look into Mateo's brave eyes anymore. The villain is defeated by calmness. Richard looks down at his own shiny, expensive shoes. He mumbles in a very low voice, my mistake. Carry on." He turns around and walks away very fast. Click, clack, click, clack. But this time, the footsteps do not sound powerful. They sound like a man running away. Mateo stands there. He is breathing normally. He looks at the other office workers in the hallway. They do not look at him with pity anymore. They do not see an invisible cleaner. They see a man with dignity. They see a father. They see a warrior. A young man in a nice suit smiles and slowly nods his head at Mateo. Mateo nods back. He holds his wet mop. It is not a symbol of shame anymore. It is just a tool for honest, hard work. His hands are still rough and dirty, but his mind is completely free. He fought the battle and he won. But the real victory is not about Richard, it is about Mateo himself. Let us turn to the final page of this story. Let us move to the next part and see the beautiful peace that comes after the storm. It is 6 a.m. again. The long night shift is over. Mateo walks out of the big glass doors. The sky is not cold and grey today. The sun is rising in the distance. The sky is a warm, beautiful gold. He walks to the bus stop. His body is still very tired. His back still aches from the heavy work. He sits on the bus and looks down at his hands. He turns them over. He looks at his palms. They are still rough. They are still hard cuts. There is still dark dirt under his fingernails. The survival job did not change. He will still clean toilets tomorrow. But Mateo has changed completely. He does not sit with his head down anymore. He looks out the bus window. He looks at the busy city. Yesterday, he was afraid of these big cities. Yesterday, he felt like a ghost. Today, he feels alive. He's not afraid of the tall buildings. He's not afraid of the fast English speakers. He knows a powerful secret now. Perfect grammar does not make you a man. Big vocabulary does not give you dignity. Courage gives you dignity. Standing tall gives you respect. Mateo arrives at his small apartment. He opens the front door very quietly. He takes off his dirty work shoes. He walks into the small bedroom. His son, Leo, is sleeping peacefully. Mateo sits next to the small bed. He touches his son's soft hair with his rough, calloused hand. A quiet, happy smile is on Mateo's face. He whispers softly in the quiet room. "I did it, Leo. Today your father was a strong man. I got my voice back." Mateo knows the future is still hard. He knows he still needs to study his English book. He knows he will push the heavy cleaning cart again tomorrow night. But the heavy mountain of shame is gone from his shoulders. He will never be invisible again. Because his hands might be dirty, but his mind is powerful. He is ready for tomorrow. Mateo's story is beautiful. But listen to me carefully. This is not just a story about a man in a video. This is a mirror. This is your story. You might be washing dishes in a loud restaurant right now. You might be driving a taxi in the long night. You might be working in a hot factory. You are carrying the same heavy mountain. Let us step out of Mateo's world. Let us talk about you. Let us move to the next part and discover 3 deep life lessons that will change your tomorrow. Welcome back. We left Mateo in his quiet home. His battle is over. But your battle is still happening. Right now, you are watching this video. Maybe you are lying in bed after a very long shift. Maybe you are sitting on the bus, going to your second job. Listen to me. The story of Mateo gives us 3 very important life lessons. Let us look deeply at these 3 lessons. Lesson number 1. Silence is a dangerous choice. When someone treats you badly, what do? Many of us look down. We stay silent. We think, if I am quiet, they will stop. If I am quiet, the problem will go away. This is a lie. When you are silent, the bully thinks you agree with them. When Richard shouted at Mateo, Mateo's silence gave Richard more power. In a new country, your silence is not polite. Your silence makes you a victim. You must learn to speak, even if your English is slow, even if your voice is shaking. A broken English sentence is much better than a silent mouth. Lesson number 2. Courage is louder than perfect grammar. Why do we stay silent? Because we are afraid of grammar mistakes. We are afraid of looking stupid. But think about Mateo. Did Mateo use difficult grammar to stop Richard? No. Did he use the present perfect continuous tense? No. He used very simple words. My English is slow, but my mind is quick. But he looked directly into Richard's eyes. He stood very tall. Respect does not come from a perfect English dictionary. Respect comes from your attitude. It comes from your eyes. When you respect yourself, the world will respect you. Stop worrying about perfect grammar. Start worrying about your dignity. Lesson number 3. Your uniform is not your identity. A survival job can trick your mind. When you wear a cleaner's uniform every day, you start to think you are just a cleaner. When you drive a taxi every night, you start to think you are just a driver. You forget your past. You forget your bright mind. Mateo almost forgot he was a smart accountant. Do not let the job erase your history. Your job is what you do. It is not who you are. You are a brave mother. You are a sacrificing father. You are a smart professional. The dirt on your hands is proof of your deep love for your family. It is not proof of a bad life. Wear your uniform, but keep your mind free. These 3 lessons are your new weapons. But knowing the lessons is not enough. Listening to a video is not enough. We must bring these words into the real world. Are you ready to take action? Are you ready to use your voice today? Let us move to the next part. I have a very special and powerful mission for you to do right now. We have talked a lot today. We have felt a lot of deep emotions. Now it is time for you to take action. You cannot build physical muscles by just watching a video of someone lifting weights. And you cannot build your confidence by just listening to my voice. You must use your own voice. I have a small but very powerful exercise for you today. I want you to scroll down to the comment section below this video. I want you to write a sentence. I want you to fill in the blanks with your real story. Write this exact sentence. I was your past job, and now I work as your current job. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. Let me give you an example. Maybe you write, I was a high school teacher, and now I work as a nail technician. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. Or maybe, I was an engineer, and now I drive a delivery truck. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. When you write this down, you are not just typing words on a screen. You are making a promise to yourself. You are telling the universe that you remember your true value. You are taking off the mask of the invisible worker. I promise you, I will read your comments. I will stand with you. And before we say goodbye, I have one important request. If this lesson touched your heart today, if Mateo's story gave you a shield to protect your dignity, please click the subscribe button. Join our Everyday Confidence English family. We are a community of fighters. We do not learn English just to pass a grammar test. We learn simple English to win our lives back. We learn to stand tall. But do not keep this powerful weapon a secret. I need your help to spread this value to everyone. Send it to a friend who is working a long, hard night shift right now. Send it to a father who feels ashamed of his broken English. Send it to a mother who is crying in the bathroom because someone looked down on her. Send it to someone who feels completely invisible today. Let us give them strength. Let us empower them in their journey of learning and personal development. When you share this video, you are handing them a shield. You are telling them, you are not alone. I see your value. Together, we can build an army of brave, confident voices. Your mission is clear. Your mind is armed with strong words. But I know your body is still tired. The road ahead is still long. Let us take one final moment together to rest your soul. Let us move to the final part and find the deep peace you deserve tonight. We have talked a lot today. We have felt a lot of deep emotions. Now it is time for you to take action. You cannot build physical muscles by just watching a video of someone lifting weights. And you cannot build your confidence by just listening to my voice. You must use your own voice. I have a small but very powerful exercise for you today. I want you to scroll down to the comment section below this video. I want you to write a sentence. I want you to fill in the blanks with your real story. Write this exact sentence. I was your past job, and now I work as your current job. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. Let me give you an example. Maybe you're right. I was a high school teacher and now I work as a nail technician. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. Or maybe I was an engineer and now I drive a delivery truck. My hands might be dirty, but my mind is powerful. When you write this down, you are not just typing words on a screen. You are making a promise to yourself. You are telling the universe that you remember your true value. You are taking off the mask of the invisible worker. I promise you, I will read your comments. I will stand with you. And before we say goodbye, I have one important request. If this lesson touched your heart today, if Mateo's story gave you a shield to protect your dignity, please click the subscribe button, join our Everyday Confidence English family. We are a community of fighters. We do not learn English just to pass a grammar test. We learn simple English to win our lives back. We learn to stand tall. But do not keep this powerful weapon a secret. I need your help to spread this value to everyone. Send it to a friend who is working a long, hard night shift right now. Send it to a father who feels ashamed of his broken English. Send it to a mother who is crying in the bathroom because someone looked down on her. Send it to someone who feels completely invisible today. Let us give them strength. Let us empower them in their journey of learning and personal development. When you share this video, you are handing them a shield. You are telling them, you are not alone. I see your value. Together, we can build an army of brave, confident voices. Your mission is clear. Your mind is armed with strong words. But I know your body is still tired. The road ahead is still long. Let us take one final moment together to rest your soul. Let us move to the final part and find the deep peace you deserve tonight. It is time to rest now. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, just stop for a moment. If you are driving, keep your eyes on the road, but relax your hands on the wheel. If you are in your bed, gently close your tired eyes. Drop your heavy shoulders. Let go of the tension in your neck. Unclench your jaw. Take a very slow, deep breath in. And let it out softly. You have worked so hard today. Your body is exhausted. Your feet are aching. But your spirit is stronger than ever before. I want you to listen to the quiet music. I want you to let my voice guide you to a place of perfect peace. You are not a failure because you have a survival job. You are a quiet hero. Every drop of sweat on your forehead is a drop of love for your family. Every long, lonely night shift is a brave step toward a better future. Do not let the cold eyes of strangers make you feel small. Do not let a broken English sentence make you feel broken inside. Think about your hands. Your hands build this world. Your hands clean this world. Your hands drive the cars, cook the food, and hold your children safely. They might be covered in dark dirt, in strong soap, or in heavy grease, but they are the hands of an honest, honorable human being. There is no shame in honest work. Say this to yourself one last time before you sleep. Whisper it to your deep heart. I am safe. I am strong. I have huge potential. I am worthy of respect. Let the anger go. Let the heavy shame wash away into the night. You do not need to carry that mountain anymore. You can put your heavy shield down. The battle for today is over. Tonight, you can sleep with a peaceful mind, because today you remembered who you really are. Always remember, you have the power to change. Your value is decided only by you. Rest well, my brave friend. Be very proud of yourself. I will see you tomorrow as an even better version of yourself. Good night.